Villainous by It's_Kingston on AO3. Episode 20. Chapter 14. Museum. Lily Parkson, or rather, Toga, stepped out of the dark alley and began walking down the sidewalk. She adjusted her grip on the straps of the purse that held her clothes. Luckily, the woman wore tennis shoes. That would make the walk far easier. Toga often disliked it when her victims wore extravagant clothing or precariously tall heels. It made it harder to blend in or run. This one was perfect, though. Arriving at the general store, she entered inconspicuously, even getting a "hello, miss" from a nearby employee. "Hello, do you know where the spray paint is?" she asked the man. She looked around for the sign to direct her to. To Toga, there was something just exhilarating or plain fun about pushing her luck, about seeing how far she could take the act, how many people she could talk to. "Right this way, miss." He pointed to the left. "Aisle number 15 or 16, I believe. Good luck with the art project." "Okay, thanks." Toga smiled, and the man returned a tired one. Maybe that's what Ochako wanted to use the spray paint for, an art project. She briskly walked to the aisle he listed, noting the lack of people in the store. Maybe it was a slow day. She only passed 6 people on her walk to the other side of the shop. Once she got close, Toga could see the spray paint sign that hung above the aisles. She began searching the shelves for her items, spotting several colors of paint. She wondered again what the hero wanted it for. She'll find out later, she supposes. Chaco said the spray paint had to be red. What shade? Toga groaned as she pulled out her phone. She took a picture of 12 different shades of red she found and sent it to Ochako. "Toga, which am I supposed to get? And what kind of trash bags? You aren't too good at this errand thing, huh, little hero?" Ochako. "Shush, I'm fine at this. The second to the right, the bright red. And just any large trash bag that could fit medium to large items. And a box if you don't want your gift in a trash bag. I have to go now. I think Deku is suspicious." Toga. "K." Toga wasn't surprised by Ochako's quick response. Though it was a long message, the hero typed out quickly. Having the message typed and sent in under 30 seconds, she was sneaking behind the backs of UA and all her hero friends to just talk to Toga. Forget joining the league. Well, allegedly, anyways. The blonde had an easy time seeing through the lies the hero told. At least, she thought she did. It was hard to tell sometimes. As far as Toga could tell, Ochako was a double agent. But the way the hero would talk made it hard to doubt her. Maybe Toga's read on her was biased. Maybe Ochako wasn't a lying traitor who'll eventually turn on them and hurt them. Maybe it was safe for her to be around. Toga sighed and took off that thought. She grabbed the paint and looked for the trash bags, eventually finding them in aisle 12. She grabbed a small box that contained 20 bags, featuring that would be enough for the hero. Now, having both of the items she needed, she debated on getting a box for her present. She noticed a light blue box with a small black cats on it. In some of the pictures, it was curled into a tiny ball of fluff, asleep. On other pictures, it was rolling around on the floor with a pink ball of yarn. "Aw," Toga giggled, picking up the box. It wasn't that big. She didn't have a clue what Ochako wanted to use it for, but either way, Toga was going to take it with her. Hopefully, it'll end up being the right size. She packed the can of red spray paint and the box of trash bags into the cat box and shut the lid on it. Looking around for an exit, Toga spotted a ladder, used for maintenance, stretching up to the open skylight. No one was around, but there was a gate on the wheels, blocking the ladder. She got a running start, catching the words on the sign as she got closer. "Warning, cleaning equipment, do not touch." Toga disregarded it, using a hand to vault over the 3-foot-tall gate without losing any speed. She landed on the other side and started quickly up the ladder, having some trouble due to the box she held against her side with one arm, and the purse slung across the other shoulder. She'd been through worse, though, and quickly found a way that worked for her. Leaning back slightly, she used the leaning ladder more like stairs than an actual ladder. She made it mostly to the top. Hey, get down from there, ma'am. It's dangerous. I'll call the authorities, a worker said from outside the gate, having to fidget with the keys and hatch to open it. No thanks, I'm almost done, Toga called back in a sing-song voice. Ma'am, I'm calling the cops. Please calm down before you get hurt, the worker said again, sounding very panicked as they watched Toga race up the ladder. She reached the top and stepped onto the roof, careful to not step onto the glass skylight and come crashing down into the store. That'll hurt. Making haste, Toga ran across the roof, jumping towards another once she reached the edge. She did this until she found an old fire escape ladder, red rust in color. She lowered herself down the ladder carefully, speeding up her descent when the rungs started cracking and screeching under her weight. She didn't want to damage the box, or herself for that matter. Her feet hit the ground with a solid thump after she jumped from the last few rings. The alley wasn't abandoned, as an obviously drunk man sitting by a dumpster gave her a thumbs up as she walked deeper into the alleyway. The cops hadn't passed by yet, and Toga wasn't sure if the worker had called them at all. She wasn't paying attention to whether or not the worker had even pulled out his cell phone, but it seemed unlikely. Toga was long gone anyways, having followed twisted paths through the grimy alley. Would the worker check to see if she was all right on the roof, or call the police? It didn't matter now. Either way, they wouldn't find her. Even if they did, she'll just get out. She always did. Toga chuckled to herself as she gingerly put the flocks down and dropped the purse beside it. Digging out her clothes, she figured she wouldn't need the purse any longer, as Ochako's spray paint and bags fit nicely into the cat box. With her job complete, Toga released her cork, feeling the skin of Lily Paxerson begin to melt off in thick waves. A piece of her hair splattered against the ground, followed by another indigent chunk of flesh. Soon enough, Toga stood there again, blonde hair fallen down over her shoulders, and puddle of goop around her feet. She dressed quickly, smiling at the feeling of her soft and comfortable clothing again. There was nothing like your own shirt after a long evening of shape-shifting, right? After tying her hair back into spiky buns, the villain scooped the box into her arms and began the walk back to UA. Her mind was fixated on whether she'd accept the hero's surprise or warn the rest of the League of a potential ambush. She arrived around 7:30 p.m., and after dodging the not-so-watchful eyes of several security guards, Toga was on Ochako's balcony. The door was unlocked, so the villain entered, leaving the cat-covered box underneath the hero's desk. She thought about snooping around, but it would be easier to later, when the hero was present. Toga would be able to tell when something was up based on the expression Ochako gave. The hero wasn't very good at lying after all. Toga clicked on her phone as she stepped out onto Ochako's balcony. Toga, it's under your desk. Yeah, I love the ending. It made me cry a little. Ochako giggled as she admitted the slightly embarrassing fact. Deku had started a conversation about movies they liked on the walk home. I was so happy, though. I couldn't stop smiling. He laughed heartily. His green hair bounced as he laughed, the strands glowing in the fleeting sunlight. It seemed to bounce off him, or maybe it radiated from him. He practically shone in the grown darkness. This was usually the time when Ochako would get caught up in staring at the boy and grow flustered when he would ask what she was doing. Now, though, while she was laughing with him, a small corner of her mind was occupied by thoughts of the blonde-haired villain and her strangely cute, manic smile. It was 7:54 p.m. when Ochako and Deku arrived back at the dorm, both tired from laughing but continuing to make jokes and crack smiles. I think I'm going to bed early. Thank you for having dinner with me, Deku said as they entered the common room. Of course. Maybe next time we could bring some more of the class? That place was good, Ochako suggested. Yeah, that sounds fun. The green-haired boy smiled, and after a moment of silence, he added, Good night, Uraraka. Good night, Deku. Ochako stepped into her pitch-black dorm room and flicked the lights on. Her phone had buzzed earlier, but she didn't check it. She knew it was from Toga, probably letting her know that the stuff was dropped off. The gravity hero slipped the burner phone out of her pocket and opened the message. Toga, it's under your desk. Ochako crouched down and looked under the desk she used for her work assignments. Sure enough, a medium-sized box decorated with black cats was there. Ochako, you picked a really cute box. It kind of reminds me of you with all the cats on it. It was only 8:10 p.m. Ochako still had to wait another hour minimum before she could sneak out. Maybe she'll pass the time going over her plan or talking to Toga if she wasn't busy. Toga, are you saying I'm cute or a cat? Ochako, a little of both? Aw, winky face. Did you get my surprise yet? Nope, I've got to wait until it's lights out, and everyone goes to their dorms, so no one knows I'm gone. Gone? Can I come too? Should the hero invite her? Well, it wouldn't be much of a surprise, but Toga definitely had experience with this kind of thing. Ochako hadn't exactly robbed a museum and framed a gang for it. Maybe it would help to have her around. Sure, I've already got it planned out. Meet me by the tree at 10:30ish. Got it. Now all the hero had left to do was disable the cameras. She'll wait until 9 p.m. at lights out, then she'll leave through the balcony, loop around the front door of the security building. Ochako would enter, after finding the museum on the cameras. She'll loop the footage, making it appear as if no one had gone in. She expected this to be noticed rather quickly, so they'll get in and out as fast as possible. Hopefully the heroes didn't come knocking on her door the next morning, with her stealing from and vandalizing a museum on tape. Ooh, was that flirting? Was that flirting? I think that was flirting. Yo, I think that was flirting. Oh my god, give me a second. My boss just texted me. Dude, okay, so my new job, because I just got a job today. Hi, I went to work today, and I'm here recording. I'm sleepy. I want to sleep. Anyways, no, I'm joking. I had some free time to myself where I laid down and did nothing. You would think a group chat with, your boss would be, funny. Or not funny, but serious and stuff. There's memes of basketball players here. I don't know whose celebrity that is, but they have a mic and they're dancing. With the quote, "Get excited" underneath. I'm scrolling up, because I could scroll up. There's an Elmo gift. There's an Elmo gift in here. I love this job. Like, apart from it paying well and being, like, I can make a lot, especially when it comes to commission. And if I want to decide my dedication on commission, I could earn a lot. What is this gift? This is just a man standing on fire. What? What is the context? What? Bells, premium, what? Grind? I'm sorry. Grind? Okay. Oh, grind. That, okay. Well, I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna close that group chat, and for my sanity, I'm closing it. All right, I'm not looking at that. All right, I'm sure my thing over here is like, oh no, like I have blue hair, and they're not gonna take me serious and stuff like that, because like I have blue hair, I'm a 19-year-old, like they're not gonna take me serious, right? They're not gonna take me serious. Oh my fucking god! The first meeting, I'm gonna say a quote from my boss. And I quote, hold up, no, I wrote it down, hold on, I wrote it down right as I got off of work. Like, I wrote it down the second I was out that door, because I'm like, I need this inscripted. There is no way. Echo's boss. We do not fuck with activation. If it's an elderly grandma with no one to help, then yes, do it. But that's the only time. Trust me, you will not be seeing 2, 3, 4, 5 grandmas a week. Another quote from him. The starter plan is shit. Don't sign up people for that. You're fucking them and yourself over. He actually said that shit. He said shit. many times. Mans went on a rant about one of his bosses having a whole, car collection and how he's collecting them. And in my head, I'm like, this is a perfect moment to say he's collecting them like Thanos, and you missed that, and that's on you. It was the most hilarious shit in the whole world. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna curse, though. I'm not gonna curse on the job. No. The boss is cursing, and that's cool. Maybe in the meetings, when it's like one-on-one and stuff, I might throw one or two curse. No, I'm not. I can't even do that. No. Because for me, in a work priority, I don't tend to curse, right? When it comes to like a job and stuff, like it feels weird to be in a job environment and curse, or a professional environment and curse. Just like how it feels weird for me to be in a family environment and curse. Although if I'm in a friend environment, all of a sudden I'm a sailor. Put me in a horror game and, dude, not even sailors compete with me. Anyways, that's a long tangent. Anyways, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Are we gonna get a Toga kiss? A Toga Choco kiss? My link to my description is in the description? No. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content. And I hope we get a Toga and Ochako kissing moment. Thank you for watching.